My first guest is an Oscar, Golden Globe, and 7-time Emmy winner, starring on the hit comedy series Mom, which is airing its 8th and final season Thursdays at 9 p.m. on CBS. Here is Allison Janney! Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Allison Janney! You look fantastic.
Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jimmy, I cannot believe that I'm finally meeting you this way, but this is the first time I'm doing your show, and I just want to ask you, why have you taken so long to ask for me to be there?
That sounds so bizarre to me. I feel like we've had great interviews.
We have?
Haven't we?
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
This is our first interview together.
Well, this is going to be memorable.
I'm a virgin, so be kind and gentle.
We'll never forget this day, April 14th, 414.
414, it's
Will
our
forever
date.
be in our hearts.
I love you. I'm so happy
I love
to be
you.
here
I'm
with
a
you.
big fan, and you're fantastic. I want to get into so many things, but let's talk about Mom. You wrapped up, finished filming. This is 8 seasons. This is 170 episodes. It's got to be emotional. Is it bittersweet? What is it?
You know what? It's everything, as everything is. It's never one thing. Sometimes I'd be driving on the lot, and it was like, oh my God, this is the last Monday. I'll be driving on the Warner Brothers lot, and I was filming myself, and of course, that one day it was a guard who didn't know me, so it was like, you know, can I see your ID? And I was like, it's me.
That moment.
You know, and no one did know who I was, but then I'd come on and just everything would make me cry, and then the next day I'd come on and feel like, I'm so excited. This is ending. I get a new chapter of life. It was the biggest, emotional roller coaster ride. And sometimes people would be sobbing and I'd feel nothing. And I'd be like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And then the next, it was literally everyone was all over the place. And it was really sad. It was such a family we had there. So we're sad. We're sad we're not coming back to tell more of these stories, because I think it's so important. And it's so great when you get to entertain people, but also put something out there in the world that helps destigmatize something like recovery and make it more approachable to people. And it's done so much for so many people. I get tons of letters and fans coming up to me so appreciative of what the show has done for them.
Thank you for doing that, by the way. Yeah. It is great when you can do both. Did you steal any props or anything?
Well, just between you and me.
Yeah, no one's watching.
I did. I had to tell you, it's funny because no one knew I was wearing a wig. And I come in for this season of Mom, and the producers see me like this, and they're like, what have you done? How are we going to do? You should have asked us before you did this to your hair. And I'm like, guys, I've been wearing a wig since season 1, but nobody knew it. So everybody in the world knows it now. But so that wig is coming with me, and a few pairs of sweatpants, because my character Bonnie loved to be comfortable, as does Allison Janney. So I took a lot of sweatpants and made it off.
You were. Do you know what you're going to do next? Because you've done theater and you knocked it out of the park. You've done movies, you knocked it out of the park. You do a drama, you knock it out. A sitcom, knock it out of the park. What's next for you?
Well, I decided to, as I like to do all the time, whatever I've done, the last thing I've done, I like to shake it up and do something completely different. So I've decided, Jimmy, that I'm going to go do an action thriller movie, and I'm about to start training with a fight trainer 2 hours a day and learn to fight to kill and be a badass, female Dirty Harry in this movie called Lou that I'm about to start filming.
Wow,
so,
already the audience is into it. I want to see this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, say a prayer that I survive it, because it'll be pretty cool.
Oh, you're going to be great. Can I quickly ask the sleeping dog behind you? What's its name?
Yes. Well, that's Dutch. And Dutch is my protector, and he's very interested in our interview. You can see.
Yeah, he looks like one of those protective dogs. Yeah.
Oh, he is. He actually he's a cattle dog, so he likes to he likes to nip at people's heels, which is not, most guests who come into my house, I give them, ankle guards so they don't get bit by Dutch. But
Dutch-
he is a sweetheart.
Well, he is also making his debut on the Tonight Show. So really will be a memorable. I knew this interview would be memorable. It's you and Dutch.
The other dogs would come here, but I got 2 more around here somewhere, but they're shy.
Allison, congrats on the success of Mom and everything, and please come on the show more often. I'd like to show everyone a clip. Here's Allison Janney in tomorrow night's episode of Mom. Take a look.
What you got going on there?
Well, I need to hold onto the lumber when I make a turn, and I got a splinter. I'm gonna start wearing gloves when I drive.
That's your solution?
Yeah, mittens would make it too hard to change the radio.
Or perhaps the time has come to buy a truck.
Oh, she can't afford a truck.
Whoa, Bonnie just said what the voice in my head said at the exact same time.
That means my voice is in your head. That's a good thing. That saves lives.
I bet you can afford it. You're very cheap. I mean, frugal.
I'm not sure I'm ready.
I miss my Red Sox.
Are you okay? Is she having a stroke? Do you smell toast? Wait, I smell toast. Am I having a stroke? No, we're in a diner. Carry on.
Yeah, I love that you got to that. Allison Janney, everybody. Catch the final season of Mom, Thursdays at 9 p.m. on CBS.